Namaskar and welcome to Current Affairs by Sarvika. In this video, you will get to know origin of the term Global South, India's first polythene waste bank, world's oldest planetarium, first social impact bond, the seed lady of India, historic gold in equestrian dresses, and much more. So stay tuned. Let's begin Current Affairs 23rd September to 30th September 2023. National. The 19th edition of annual war exercise between the Indian Army and the US Army Yudh Abhyas commenced in Alaska, USA from 26th September. The lead battalion from Indian side is affiliated to Maratha Light Infantry Regiment. The Indian Army has started an initiative named Project Udbhav to rediscover the profound Indic heritage of statecraft and strategic thoughts derived from ancient Indian texts of statecraft, warcraft, diplomacy, and grand strategy, in collaboration with the United Service Institution of India, a defense think tank. The overall aim is to integrate age-old wisdom with modern military pedagogy. Union Minister for Civil Aviation and Steel, Jyotiraditya Scindia, inaugurated the new terminal building at Teju Airport in Arunachal Pradesh. The upgraded airport includes 2 aprons designed for ATR-72 type aircraft, a runway extended to 1500 meter by 30 meter, a traveler-friendly terminal, and a fire station cum air traffic control tower with a wide 75-meter runway strip. The inauguration event was also attended by the Deputy Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh, Chauna May. Teju is a small town situated on the banks of the Lohit River and is the headquarters of the Lohit district of Arunachal Pradesh. The city is known for its natural beauty, where there are lush green forests and high hills all around. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh inaugurated India Drone Shakti 2023 at Indian Air Force Base at Hindan, Ghaziabad in Uttar Pradesh on 25th of September. The event was jointly organized by the Indian Air Force and the Drone Federation of India. The first C-295 MW transport aircraft was also formally inducted into the Indian Air Force. Air Chief Marshal V.R. Chaudhary and other dignitaries were also present during the induction ceremony. Do you know Russia made transport aircraft fleet of Ilyushin, or the IL-76, is nicknamed as Gajraj. Mighty Jets, as the IAF's only IL-76 squadron is called, is one of the Air Force's oldest transport squadrons. During the 1971 war, the unit, in a rare feat for the transport squadron, carried out successful bombing missions against the enemy and was bestowed battle honors for it. India's first polythene waste bank was inaugurated in Dehradun by the Uttarakhand Urban Development Minister Prem Chand Agarwal. This is the first bank which will clean plastic waste from homes and roads. Polythene waste will be purchased in the collection centers at the rate of rupees 3 per kg. Common people can send polythene waste to the polythene waste bank. A target has been set to purchase at least 70 to 100 tons of polythene waste every month through this bank. Madhya Pradesh, which has the greatest number of tigers in the country, has got a new protected area for the big cats named Virangana Durgavati Tiger Reserve. MP retained the tiger state status in the 2022 census, with the number of big cats in the state rising to 785 from 526 in 2018. Until now, MP was home to 6 tiger reserves: Kanha, Bandhavgarh, Satpura, Pench, Panna and Sanjay Dubri. This will be the 7th tiger reserve in the state and 54th in the country. MP has the highest number of tigers in the country, followed by Karnataka, which is 563, and Uttarakhand, which is 560. Do you know Rani Durgavati was the ruling queen of Gondwana from 1550 until 1564. She is chiefly remembered for defending Gondwana against the Mughal Empire. Rani Durgavati moved her capital from Singorgarh Fort to Chauragarh Fort. It was a fort of strategic importance situated on the Satpura hill range. Tripura Chief Minister Manik Saha launched an e-cabinet system at Agartala on Wednesday to promote digital infrastructure development and digitization of government services and information. Tripura has thus become the 4th state and 2nd in the northeast after Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh and Arunachal Pradesh to have introduced an e-cabinet system. All future cabinet meetings in the state will be paperless, reducing the carbon footprint and environmental degradation in the process, with ministers and bureaucrats using tablets. Lieutenant General Raghu Srinivasan has taken charge as the Director General of the Border Road Organization (BRO) following the superannuation of Lieutenant General Rajiv Chaudhary. Arts and culture. Veteran Bollywood actress Waheeda Rehman has been conferred with the Dada Saheb Phalke Award, which is given for outstanding contribution to the growth and development of Indian cinema for the year 2021. The award is presented at the National Film Awards ceremony. The 2021 awards were given out this year as they were delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Born on 3rd February 1938, Waheeda Rehman has been working in the Indian film industry since 1955, when she made her debut as a dancer in the Telugu social drama Rozulu Marai. After her meeting with Guru Dutt, a leading Hindi film personality at the time, Rehman travelled to Bombay and was cast in Raj Khosla's CID, in which she played the role of a vamp against Devanand. In 1971, she won the National Award for Best Actress for Reshma or Shera, a love story directed by and co-starring Sunil Dutt. Other notable female personalities of Indian cinema who have been awarded the prestigious honor are the singing legends Lata Mangeshkar and Asha Bhosle, actor-producer Durga Khote, Ruby Myers, who was better known as Sulochana, and actor-singer-producer Kanan Devi, considered First Lady of Bengali cinema, and the legendary actress Asha Parekh. Do you know the Dada Saheb Phalke Award was constituted in 1969 to commemorate the contribution of filmmaker Dada Saheb Phalke to Indian cinema. Phalke directed India's first full-length feature film Raja Harishchandra in 1913, laying the foundation of the biggest film industry in the world. The award comprises a Swarn Kamal medallion, a shawl, and a cash prize of rupees 10 lakh. The first recipient was Devika Rani, who is widely acknowledged as the First Lady of Indian cinema. Malayalam survival drama 2018 Everyone is a Hero has been chosen as India's official entry to the Best Foreign Language Film category at the 96th Academy Awards, making it only the fourth film from the language to be chosen for the honor. Before this, Guru, directed by Rajiv Achal and starring Mohan Lal, Adaminte Makan Abu, directed by Salim Ahmed, and Lijo Zo's Pelliceris Jallikattu, were chosen as the country's official entry for the Oscars, but none of these films got nominated. Directed by Jude Anthony Joseph, 2018 is based on the unprecedented rains and flood that hit Kerala in 2018. Best Rural Tourism Village Awards were announced on the occasion of World Tourism Day on 27th September, and the award winners were facilitated. 35 rural tourism villages received recognition across 3 categories: bronze, silver and gold. The gold category winners are the following villages: Dawar, Jammu and Kashmir; Sarmoli, Uttarakhand; Reek, Mizoram; Kanthalore, Kerala; Madla, MP. Do you know, in Meghalaya's Kongthong village, people do not call each other by their regular names, but by a distinct melody or special tune, which is why the area is also known as Whistling Village. People of this village also use whistling as a method of conveying their messages to their fellow villagers. The villagers of Kongthong have called this tune Jingravai Lobe, which means mother's love song. International. Senior Republican Kevin McCarthy has announced a formal impeachment inquiry against US President Joe Biden, claiming they have unearthed a culture of corruption surrounding the president. The inquiry will focus on accusations of improper business dealings on the part of the president's son, Hunter Biden, and on whether the president benefited from his son's business dealings. If the Republicans succeed in the House, Mr. Biden would be the 5th president in US history to be impeached, following Andrew Johnson in 1868, Richard Nixon in 1974, Bill Clinton in 1998, and more recently Mr. Trump. Do you know, Richard Nixon is the only US president to resign from office. He resigned in 1974 due to the Watergate scandal. India and the United Nations launched a joint capacity building initiative for the Global South. The India-UN Capacity Building Initiative aims to share India's development experiences, best practices, and expertise with partner countries in the Global South through capacity building and training programs. The initiative was announced at the India-UN Meet for the Global South in New York. Do you know, Carl Oglesby, an American writer and activist of the New Left, apparently coined the term Global South in 1969. Writing in the Catholic journal Commonweal at the height of the Vietnam War, he observed that the North's dominance over the Global South has converged to produce an intolerable social order. At that time, most Western analysts conceived of the globe as broken into 3 worlds, as first depicted by the French demographer Alfred Sauvy in 1952. These included a first world comprising the United States and its Western allies, a second world composed of the Soviet Union and allies in the Eastern Bloc, and a third world consisting of developing and often non-aligned nations, many only recently emancipated from their colonial masters. Taiwan's president Tsai Ing-wen launched the first indigenous submarine for testing on September 28 at a port in Kaohsiung. The submarine, if successful in its tests, will be a major breakthrough for Taiwan in shipbuilding and design. The submarine, named Haikun, or literally sea coon, is named for a type of fish found in Chinese literature called kun, of legendary proportions. It took 7 years of design and construction. Dr. Muhammad Muizzu of the opposition PPM-PNC coalition has won the presidential elections in Maldives. In the provisional results, Dr. Muizzu was shown to have polled over 53% of the votes. As per the laws, at least 50% vote is necessary for a candidate to emerge victorious. Ibrahim Mohammed Solih of the ruling MDP increased his support from 39% in the first round to 46% in the runoff, but fell short of the necessary 50% to win. Do you know Mohammad Amin Didi was the first president of Maldives who served as the head of the government from 1st January 1953 to 2nd September 1953. Science and technology. A planetarium located in the roof of a privately owned house in Leeuwarden, Netherlands, has been added to the UNESCO World Heritage List. The Isse Isinga Planetarium in Frankner is around 250 years old and is known to be the oldest working planetarium in the world. It was constructed by wool merchant Isse Isinga as a moving model of the solar system between 1774 and 1781 in the ceiling of his own home. Isinga built the planetarium to disprove a theory that certain planets were on a collision course and that the end of the world was imminent, and he hoped his model would demonstrate that the planets were actually in conjunction. Vivek Bhasin, distinguished scientist and director, Nuclear Fuels Group (NFG) of the Bhabha Atomic Research Center, took over as the 14th director of BARC from Dr. Ajit Kumar Mohanty, Chairman, Atomic Energy Commission and Secretary to the Government of India, Department of Atomic Energy. Bhasin has played a leading role in setting up of facilities for fabrication of fuel for Apsara U reactor and a novel plant for production of fission moly, a radioactive isotope with extensive applications in healthcare, in Trombay. He was also instrumental in improving the rate of production of plutonium-uranium carbide fuel for Fast Breeder Test Reactor FBTR in Kalpakkam. Dr. Swati Nayak, commonly known as Bihana Didi, the Seed Lady, an Indian scientist at the International Rice Research Institute IRRI, has been named the 2023 recipient of the prestigious Norman E. Borlaug Award for Field Research and Application with the World Food Prize Foundation, describing her as an outstanding young scientist. Ms. Nayak is the South Asia lead for seed system and product management at the IRRI in New Delhi. The award is given to exceptional scientists under 40 and someone who works in the field of food and nutrition security, hunger eradication, in memory of the Nobel awardee and Green Revolution's chief architect, Dr. Norman Borlaug. Based in Delhi, the scientist from Odisha, Ms. Nayak, will formally receive the Borlaug Field Award during a ceremony at the 2023 Norman E. Borlaug International Dialogue, October 24 to 26 in Des Moines, Iowa, US. The Gujarat government has banned the planting of ornamental conocarpus trees in forest or non-forest areas, citing their adverse impacts on environment and human health. Conocarpus, a fast-growing exotic mangrove species, had been a popular choice for increasing the green cover in Gujarat in recent years. Earlier, Telangana too had banned the plant species. Business and economy. The Asian Development Bank (ADB) on Friday appointed Bhargav Das Gupta, former MD and CEO of ICICI Lombard General Insurance, as Vice President for a period of 3 years. He will be responsible for management of the operations of ADB's Private Sector Operations Department and Office of Markets Development and Public-Private Partnerships. An alumnus of Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore, Das Gupta replaces Ashok Lavasa, former Finance Secretary and Election Commissioner of India. The Asian Development Bank (ADB) is a regional development bank established on 19th December 1966. The headquarters is at Ortigas Center located in the city of Mandaluyong, Metro Manila, Philippines. Traditionally, and because Japan is one of the largest shareholders of the bank, the president has always been Japanese. The current president is Masatsugu Asakawa. The National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development (NABARD) has listed the country's first social impact bond to the tune of Rs 1,000 crore. Social bonds are fixed income securities whose proceeds are typically earmarked to finance or refinance new and existing social impact projects, especially for identified target populations such as low-income groups, unemployed, or vulnerable. The social impact bond is a non-tradable version of social policy bonds first conceived by Ronnie Horace, a New Zealand economist, in 1988. The first social impact bond was announced in the UK on 18th March 2010 by then Justice Secretary Jack Straw to finance a prisoner rehabilitation program. Sports. MotoGP, the world's premier motorcycle racing championship, made its India debut at the Gautam Buddha International Circuit, Greater Noida, Uttar Pradesh. Marco Bezzecchi, the 24-year-old Italian, won the 21-lap inaugural Indian Grand Prix on his Ducati in 36 minutes and 59.157 seconds in front of approximately 59,000 fans. Ethiopian runner Tigist Asifa broke the women's world record in marathon at the Berlin Marathon. She ran 42.2 kilometers in 2 hours 11 minutes 53 seconds to break the previous women's record of 2 hours 14 minutes 4 seconds set by Kenya's Brigid Kosgei at the Chicago Marathon in 2019 by 2 minutes and 11 seconds. India claimed the team dresses gold in equestrian sport at the Asian Games in Hangzhou on September 26, breaking a 41-year-old jinx at the continental event. The team, comprising Divyakriti Singh astride Adrenaline Ford horse, Hriday Vipul Chhed, Chempspro Emerald, and Anush Agarwal, Etro, aggregated 209.205 percentage points on way to the top podium finish. Sudipti Hazela was also part of the team, but only the top 3 scorers were counted in the event. Do you know, it is the first time in the history of the sport that India has secured a team gold in dresses event. The last medal in dresses, a bronze, came during the 1986 edition. India last won a gold in equestrian in the 1982 Asian Games in New Delhi. Equestrian is a broad term used to refer to sporting disciplines performed on horseback. Dresses is one such event and is one among 3 equestrian events in the Olympic roster alongside eventing and show jumping. Dresses is a routine which involves the rider and horse performing predetermined set of movements from memory within a standard arena. Dresses is believed to be the highest form of horse training and riding as it requires immaculate coordination between rider and animal. Dresses routines are set to music and judges evaluate the fluidity and ease with which the routine is performed. Nepal became the first men's team in the history of cricket to score more than 300 runs in a T20 international as they rewrote the record books against Mongolia at the Asian Games. Nepal defeated Mongolia the opening match of Asian Games 2023. It was the biggest win in the history of T20 internationals. Nepal smashed the highest ever total 314 for 3 in T20s, overtaking Afghanistan's 278 for 3 against Ireland in 2019. By hitting 26 sixes in their innings, Nepal went past the previous record of 22 sixes by Afghanistan. Kushal Malla took just 34 deliveries to reach his century in Hangzhou, surpassing the 35-ball efforts of Rohit and David Miller from 2017 and Sudesh Vikramasekara in 2019. Dipendra Singh Airy reached his 50 off 9 balls, another world record, beating India's Yuvraj Singh's 2007 effort against England, which took 12 balls. Famous personality of the week. Mankombu Sambashivan Swaminathan aka MS Swaminathan, world renowned agronomist, agricultural scientist and plant geneticist, passed away in Chennai at the age of 98. Considered as the architect of India's Green Revolution, he played a major role in introducing and further developing high-yielding varieties of wheat and rice. The founder of MS Swaminathan Research Foundation, Swaminathan was acclaimed by the Time magazine as one of the 20 most influential Asians of the 20th century and one of the only 3 from India, the other 2 being Mahatma Gandhi and Rabindranath Tagore. The search for an ideal variety of high-yielding wheat led him to contact American scientist Orville Vogel, who had played an important role in developing a dwarf wheat called Gaines, which had a high yield. It contained dwarfing genes from a dwarf wheat called the Norin 10. Vogel agreed but was unsure of the wheat's potential in the Indian climate. Vogel advised Swaminathan to approach Norman Borlaug, who had incorporated the same dwarfing genes through Vogel's lines into his spring wheat varieties in Mexico that were better suited for India. Borlaug would also later visit India after Swaminathan proposed so to the Indian Agricultural Research Institute, allowing for the wheat breeding program to commence. A Padma Vibhushan awardee, he was also the recipient of the first World Food Prize for his leadership in India's Green Revolution and numerous other national and international awards, including the prestigious Ramon Magsaysay Award. Do you know? In the year 2007, President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam had nominated Dr. M.S. Swaminathan to the Rajya Sabha. Swaminathan introduced one bill during his tenure, the Women Farmers Entitlements Bill 2011. However, it lapsed. He also served as the president of International Union for Conservation of Nature IUCN from 1984 to 1990. Thank you. So if you liked the video, please like and share, and if you haven't subscribed the channel, kindly subscribe. Keep watching, keep learning. Thank you so much.